Are you ready? Are you ready for the thrill of victory? Are you ready to taste victory? Are you ready to take your sports betting to a whole new level? Sit up, put your feet on the floor, because we have work to do. Welcome to the grind. Welcome to Cappers Nation, your weekly all things sports betting show. Tune in live every Thursday at 8 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern. Let us make you a more successful sports bettor.
What's going on, everybody? Cappers Nation Live. Wednesday, game day edition, the 26th. Welcome. Somehow getting my live chat up. Bear with me while I get the live chat up. I thought I had it up and it disappeared on me. I see everybody likes to go live at our time, and we're even late to the party today. What's going on, everybody? Gonna make today another good day. Live show leans yesterday off the hook, and we're gonna do it all again. Yesterday's live show, I think the leans ended up going 4-1 yesterday on the live leans. Gonna do a full recap of everything that we did yesterday, and it's gonna be another great day today. So I do apologize for the late start, but we are here nonetheless. Always a good time. Glad to have everybody here. Shane and Jeff in the house. Mr. Blevins. Henry, what's going on? Neverez, what's going on? Glad to have you guys tuning in. Just getting the ball rolling. It's going to be a great midweek hump day. And some big things coming up. Big things coming up. And I'm super stoked for them. All starting with my big game of the year tomorrow. My personal play game of the year. And we don't have them very often. But when we do, we smoke them. And that's exactly what we're going to do tomorrow. I am super stoked, super pumped. I can't wait to post that game on the website. And it'll be posted here in a little bit. All right, so we're going to jump into the breakdown from yesterday. Daily free plays ended up going 1-1. We dropped the small consensus play in our daily free play video yesterday. Ole Miss and Auburn over 141.5, and that one stayed way under the total. However, during the live show, Kentucky laying 6, free premium play for everybody. That was a nice big one. Won the big one, lost the small one. Hold on one second, folks. Free plays yesterday, 1-1, won the big one as we were saying. Daily show yesterday, live leans, gave out 5 leans. Iowa plus the 8.5, squeaking in a win there. Also the under 151.5 in that game there. That was a win. SMU laying 4, squeaked in a victory there. Dropped Nevada laying 8.5. However, we squeaked in another victory over Auburn laying 8.5, winning by 9. So live show yesterday ended up going 4-1, back on track. Premium plays ended up having a split out day. Couple odd bets there. Duke under 153.5. I think they might have hit 200. I stopped counting when that one went flying way over, and Duke actually losing the game outright, being upset. Zero defense. Definitely cost them a little bit of a surprise there, so we dropped that one. Kentucky laying 6, which we gave everybody for free as a free premium play during the live show yesterday. We dropped by a single bucket. The Pistons and the Nuggets over 214.5. That one was a heartbreaker. They ended up at 213. And we dropped it by a single bucket, unfortunately. Then the LA Lakers laying 7.5, beaten and covering against the Pelicans yesterday. So 2-2 there. NHL had a nice winning day. 2-1. New York Rangers plus 125 on the money line. That was a nice win there. San Jose, Philadelphia over 6, and then the Arizona Coyotes minus $1.30. Some got $1.20. And they ended up losing 2-1 against the Panthers. So That one stunk to lose. That one was looking for a big sweep in the NHL package, but 2-1 nonetheless. My personal plays, a very, very rare goose egg day yesterday. All I can say is, well, that sucked. And we'll definitely have a nice big bounce back. Akron with the big letdown yesterday. NC State coming close, but not close enough. Rolling with a dog there. And then the Thunder up big and giving up the lead. Oh, my Lord. What is going on in the NBA with these high-profile road favorites being up by 20 and then ended up getting nowhere close to that one. So definitely going to be a nice big bounce back day for all my personal play clients today. That I assure you, and I am super stoked. Everybody knows when I have a bad day, we always have that big monster bounce back, and it's definitely coming. And I am super stoked. Alrighty, so going to be a little bit of a shorter show today, but first, starting tomorrow, Killer K, what's going on? Christopher Bear, what's going on? Fast Freddy in the house. Alrighty, so starting tomorrow, 2 times a day live shows. 2 times a day live shows. We'll be live at noon Eastern time, 9 Pacific to start the day. Noon Eastern, 9 Pacific to start the day. And then we will also be live. We will also be live for a second live show starting tomorrow. Starting tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern time. 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 Pacific for another edition of Cappers Nation Live. Starting tomorrow 2 times a day, so hopefully everybody understands that. And if you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button. That way you get notified each and every single time we go live or we drop a free play tomorrow or next day or the next day or the next day. You will be notified. All right? So, noon Eastern, 9 Pacific, as well as 5 p.m. Eastern. 3 I can't even think today. 2 p.m. Pacific time. 5 Eastern. So 2 p.m. I'm screwing myself up. 12 Eastern and 5 Eastern, 5 hours apart. And it's going to be a good time. We'll be doing that all the way through the tournament. I'm sure there'll be a couple days where we take one of the live shows off. But for the most part, on all the busy days, we will be going live 2 times a day. Now, during the tournament, time subject to change for the fact that games will be starting earlier. On games where there's games that are starting earlier, we'll probably, like, the 17th, the 18th, the 19th, the 20th, or 21st, whatever those days are, we'll probably start going live just like a Saturday or Sunday show, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific. So we'll adjust the times based on the games, and then we'll set the schedule and we'll put it out for the entire month. So it's going to be a good time. You guys do not want to miss out on what we're going to be doing over the course of the next month. The big March Madness announcement that I was hoping to make today will be out tomorrow. Tomorrow you guys will be notified of that announcement regarding March Madness and all of that good stuff. So it's definitely going to be a good time, and there's no better time to get on board than right now. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, hit that big thumbs up button, and we're going to keep the winners coming to you guys. So what we're going to be doing now, we're going to start breaking down a couple of the games, put you guys on some great leans, free plays, and get you on your merry way. Diego, what's going on? And we get our live odds up. Once we get the live odds up, we'll be ready to rock and ready to roll. Just waiting for that to post up on the page here, and then we can get started. As always, if you're looking for live odds, you want to have access to real-time odds, 100% real-time odds, like if you were standing in the books themselves, just head over to our website, cappersdirect.com, click on the odds tab, scroll down, and you've got access to live real-time odds. Just posted a link to it. Trainwreck, what's going on? Bo King in the house. What's going on, buddy? So just getting everything up and running on this other computer, which I don't know why it's dragging ass so far. So for everybody that doesn't know, if I get grumpy over the next week, it's because I'm on some greens fasting program. And I'm already angry. I'm already starving. I feel like I ate a bunch of green hay and wasn't very pleasant. Wasn't very pleasant. But hey, I'm allowed black coffee, so we'll just keep drinking the black coffee. And we'll go to the gym so that way I'll be rewarded with a protein shake. Alrighty, so as soon as these live odds on this page are up, but I've got them over here, so we'll multitask from screen to screen. But the first game that we're going to break down, guys, we're going to break down the LSU and the Florida Gators game, guys, an SEC matchup, 9 p.m. Eastern time on ESPN2 down in Gainesville, Florida. And if you guys are looking for the game number on this one, if you're on our live odds page, you'll have to scroll down game 841, 842. You'll see LSU opening up as a road dog, 5-point road dog. Florida opening up and laying 5 points currently. Total opened up at 148. You can still find 148. You can also find 148.5, depending on where you're looking. Shane, no talking about food. And, oh, let me tell you, we've got cookies in the break room today. Thanks, guys. We've got cookies in the break room today. I was tempted. You guys are killing me. All right, so what we're going to do, let's get these game day breakdowns underway. Let's start with LSU, guys. 19-8 for the Tigers. The year so far. Conference play, guys, 10-4 so far in conference play, coming off a conference win over South Carolina. Before that, they lost 4 out of their last 5 games, so they've lost 4 out of their last 6 games, with their only wins coming by way of Missouri and South Carolina. This was an SEC program that was just absolutely rolling. They were 17-4, 8-0 in conference play before beating Vandy and losing by 9 on the road, then losing in 1 to OT to Auburn. They've absolutely struggled since then against Alabama, losing by 6, Kentucky losing by 3 at home. They've played exceptionally well, however, they are losing close games. They're losing close games. Here they are on the road against the Gators, guys. Michael White and his Gators, they're 9-5 in conference play. They're coming off a 6-point loss to Kentucky on the road. And before that, they won 5 out of their last 6 games, defending their home court for the last 3 straight games with wins. And you know what? But first, before you even dive into some stuff, take a look at the home court advantage. Take a look at the home court record. How do the Gators play at home? First of all, home court advantage for the Exact Tech Arena is 3.4. It's not very high on the remark side. However, it's the top 1/3 of Division I as far as toughest places to play. So you're going to give a point and a half advantage for the fact that Florida's playing at home. Taking a look at their home court record, they've won 3 straight against Arkansas, Vandy, and Georgia. Before that, they lost games to both Mississippi State and Baylor, with wins over Auburn and Mississippi at home as well. They had a double overtime victory over Alabama at home, and they lost their second game of the season and their second home game of the season against Florida State way back in early November. Taking a look, guys, when you start diving in depth into the program, before that, go take a look. How does LSU play on the road? Well, they did just notch a victory against South Carolina on the road. They won by 6. Before that, they lost 3 straight road games against Vandy, Auburn, and Alabama. All very close games decided by 9 points, 1 point in OT, as well as 6 points in their game against Alabama. Taking a look at the side-by-side comparisons. First of all, there's no denying LSU's offense, guys. Their offense, absolutely dynamite when it comes to all aspects, with the exception of the 3-point shooting. Their numbers are so strong in a lot of categories that if they were able to knock down a three a little more consistently, they'd probably have the % 1 offense based on adjusted efficiencies. However, they come in with the second. They're hitting 52.5% from the field. They're converting 31.9% of all their three-point plays, 54.9% of all their jump shots, layups, and dunks, 77.3% free throw shooting team. Excellent, excellent, excellent shooting team. Edward, what's going on, sir? Fast Freddy, you're killing me, buddy. The Gators, guys, hitting 51.5% from the field. A quality team from out deep hitting 34.2%. That number is actually up in conference play to 37.2%. The #1 three-ball shooting team in the SEC will be going up against the worst defense when it comes to defending the three in the SEC in LSU. They're also hitting 51.6% of all their jump shots, layups, and dunks. They're converting 72.8% of all their two-point plays, of all their free throws, however, that number is actually up to 76% in conference play as well. So conference play goes, Florida's numbers have actually increased. Taking a look at offensive rebounding capabilities, Florida, 34.1% of all the rebounds are offensive rebounds. LSU, #1 in the SEC, #5 in the entire country. 37.5% of all the rebounds are offensive rebounds, giving themselves second and third and sometimes fourth opportunities to put the ball in the hoop. Take a look at the two-foul. Major advantage for Florida, who finds themselves in the two-foul participation protocol just 5.6% of the time. LSU, 29%. When it comes to pace of play, both are a little bit slower than the Division I average. Not off by much, but just a tad bit. Taking a look at point distribution, LSU relying on that free throw for almost 25% of their total points in conference play. Huge number there, huge number. You put LSU on the line, they're going to put some points up on the board, that's for sure. Down to 20% for Florida in the same category. Florida definitely relies on the three ball for 32% of their total points. Nearly a third of their total points will come from out deep, and luckily for them, they're going to be going up against an opponent in LSU that has had a disaster of a time defending the three all year long and in conference play, giving up a conference high 37% to opposing teams, knocking down a three ball. As far as this game goes, again, if you're looking for the odds on it, game 841, 842. This part of the season, to me, a lot of it is what are you doing now? With the exception of Florida coming off a 6-point loss on the road to Kentucky. Obviously, Kentucky, one of the top-level talented teams in all of Division I. Other than that, they've been winning. They've won, 3 out of their last 4. They've won 5 out of their last 7. Taking a look at LSU, they have lost 4 out of their last 6 games. Vandy, Auburn, Alabama, Kentucky, teams that they probably should have hung in a little bit tougher with. They were close losses, but nonetheless they did lose. They've lost 3 out of their last 4 road games as well. So I think they have the making of keeping this one close. But how much is close? How much is close? I don't think they keep it as close as the odds makers were expecting it to. And when I say close, I think they keep it close as in 6 or 7. So I do lean on this one. I do lean towards the Gators, laying the points in this one. Good morning, Will, tuning in via text. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. But I do lean towards the Gators, laying the 5. And it is just a lean on that one. As far as the total of 148 in this one, as far as the total goes, I think it's too close to call. We've got it actually at 148.5, which is what it says on our system. So for that being the exact total, I'll stay away. I will stay away on that one. All right, so I'm going to jump into another game day breakdown. We're going to try and roll through a few of these for you guys as fast as we can. That way we can put as many up on the board as we can for you guys today, because I can't be live for too long. Unfortunately, got a little bit of a late start today, and we're paying for it now. But nonetheless, going to be a great day today. Coriel, what's going on? Diego, that just means you've got the Gators curse. Jeff, we're on the opposite side. That's okay. It's just a lean. We could be on the opposite side of this one. Alrighty. All right. Next one up, Rutgers, Penn State. We'll, thoughts on the South Carolina-Georgia game. We'll do that one next. Do we got Kathy or do we got Gary? Do we have both of you today? But we will do that one next for you guys. After the Rutgers and Penn State, because I have that one up now. Rutgers, Penn State, guys. One of the 7 p.m. Eastern Time early games. Game 8-11, 8-12. If you're looking for the odds on this one, Penn State opening up as a 6-point favorite. That line is now down to 5. It's still at 5.5 in a couple spots, but most places have it at 5. Total opened up at 138. It's down a half a point to 137.5. I know which one that one is, Jeff. I know which one of that one is. I was waiting for you to text me that earlier. Kathy, Gary's in the Keys on vacation. Well, lucky Gary. Taking a look at Rutgers, guys. The Scarlet Knights. Steve Piccielli and his Big Ten Conference 9-8 record, looking to end the season on a winning note. However, that's going to happen. They've got a tall task ahead of them. They get Penn State today. They get Maryland next Tuesday, and they get Purdue on Saturday, March 7th to end their season. Big-time seasons coming up. Taking a look at what they've done lately. It's been a lot of losing. They lost 3 out of their last 4. They've lost 5 out of their last 7, losing to Michigan, Maryland, Ohio State, Michigan a second time, and Wisconsin most recently on Sunday, losing by 8 on the road. Take a look at Penn State and the Nittany Lions, guys. Pat Chambers' program coming off of 2 straight losses to both the Fighting Illini and Indiana, losing by 6 to Illinois, losing by 8 on the road to Indiana, guys. Before that, they had a nice little, 2, 4, 6, 8-game win streak going over Ohio State, Michigan, Indiana, Nebraska, Michigan State, Minnesota, Purdue, and Northwestern. They were absolutely running all over that Big Ten Conference. And then they ran into the Fighting Illini, and then Indiana. They've got 4 games left after Rutgers. They get Iowa, Michigan State, and Northwestern, looking to improve on their 10-6 conference play record, 20-7 overall. Taking a look at Rutgers, guys. First of all, not a quality shooting program. However, they can definitely pick up some offensive rebounds, give themselves some second opportunities where they'll probably be a little bit better and a higher percentage shot anyways. Taking a look, guys, first of all, pace of play. Penn State comes in as the faster team, averaging 16.3 seconds on average per possession, 17.5 for Rutgers, which is the Division I average. Rutgers hitting 48.7% from the field, 29.8% shooting from out deep. Very poor number there. 50.5% shooting of all their 2-point plays, every jump shot, layup, dunk. 65.3% from the charity stripe. A very, very, very poor free throw shooting team. And Rutgers, guys, Penn State, 50.6% from the field, 32.8% of all their 2-point plays, every jump shot, layup, and dunk. They're a tad bit below the Division I average, 1.5% below the Division I average at 69.2% shooting from the charity stripe. They're a full point below it in conference play. Turnover percentage, a very low 16.2 for Penn State. Controlling the ball as well as offensive rebounds have given them more looks and contributed immensely to their winning record. They're above the Division I average, but still below 30% when it comes to offensive rebounds at 29.2. Rutgers coming in with the offensive rebounding advantage at 32.5% offensive rebounds. However, both teams' numbers are down drastically in conference play. Two foul participation, not a real big advantage for either team, just 18.4 seconds or 18.4% on average for Penn State for the Nittany Lions and 13.2 for Rutgers. Height advantage, there's almost a full inch height advantage on average for every player coming out of Rutgers over Penn State. Both go to the bench for over 35% of their total minutes played by bench personnel. Both don't rely on the free throw for very much, just under 18 and just under 17% respectfully. One area where Rutgers excels at, and it shows in their point distribution totals, is all their 2-point plays. Every jump shot, layup, and dunk. They're relying on 60.5% of their total points scored to be of a 2-point play. Most teams are in the average of 50 percentile. 52, 53% is usually high. 60 has them number 3 in this category in all of Division I, and number one in this category in the Big Ten Conference. As far as this game goes, as far as the line goes, both teams, you guys know, I mean, I'm not just a favorites guy. I take a lot of dogs, as you guys know, especially yesterday. When the opportunity presents itself, I love betting a dog. But as far as this one goes, I like Penn State and what they've been doing lately. I like Penn State laying the 5. I think they're definitely a quality program. And yes, you know, they are coming off 2 straight losses. They have lost at home before, losing to both the Fighting Illini of Illinois, Wisconsin. They've got 2 home losses, but I think they finished the year strong. They've got 2 home games left. They got the one today against Rutgers, and then on Tuesday, the 3rd of March, they get their final home game of the season against Michigan State. So some big games to end the season for them coming up, and I do lean towards Penn State to get the job done today. So it almost made my personal play card. That's how much I do lean towards it. But again, not enough to want to make it an actual official play. So proceed with caution on that one. As promised, the next one up. Oop, where'd my little window go there? There we go. As promised, the next one up for Kathy, the Georgia-South Carolina game at 6:30 Eastern Time, 3:30 Pacific. This is the real early game. This one will be televised on the SEC Network, guys, out of the Colonial Life Arena. Taking a look at the odds. If you're looking for the game number on this one, you don't got to look very far. If you're on our website and you want access to live real-time odds, just head to our website, cappersdirect.com. Click on the odds tab, scroll down, and get them. They're 100% free. They were supposed to be a paid service. I talked them into giving them for free for you guys, and I'm hoping they're going to keep them that way for the public for free here in the near future. And because they talked about making them only available to our actual clients that were active and on board. But as right now, they're 100% free for everybody, and we'll probably keep them that way as well. Hopefully. DJ Wavy in the house. Edo DeCoco in the house. What's going on? Aaron, what's up, buddy? Thanks for tuning in. C. Hanford as well. Thanks for tuning in. Glad to have everybody here. If you haven't already done so, hit that thumbs up button, guys. Right now, hit that thumbs up button. All right, hit that thumbs up button. That way you guys help get our video trending on YouTube. Help. The bigger we build this, the more I'm going to be able to give to you guys absolutely free. All right, so make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button. Share the video. If you haven't already done so, take one measly second out of your day. And hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. All right, hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel. That way you get notified each and every single time we drop content. It doesn't matter if it's a live show like this, pre-recorded show, or pre-recorded video like our daily free play video, or our starting tomorrow 2 times a day live show. You'll be notified. So tap that little bell right next to it as well. James H. in the house. What's going on, buddy? Thanks for tuning in. And as always, we encourage everybody to participate in the live chat. We feel that we have probably one of the best live chats that is out there. As far as user-friendly goes, we absolutely love our chat and everything that goes on in it. We keep the drama out of the house. We keep it sports. We keep it life. We keep it barbershop when it needs to be barbershop. And we definitely have some fun. So, as always, guys, it's always a pleasure. So let's keep it going. And if you guys are not aware, starting tomorrow, 2-time-a-day live shows, noon Eastern, 9 Pacific, and 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 Pacific. 2 times a day live shows between now and the end of the tournament, and it's going to be a wild ride, folks. It's going to be some money in your pocket, so make sure you guys don't miss out, all right? So, with that being said, if you guys are not aware, tomorrow is my big personal play college basketball game of the year. If you're not on it, this is the one that you want to be on. All right, I don't mess around with this. This will be single-handedly one of my biggest college basketball bets of the entire year. Guys, if you're not on it, you're going to flat out miss out. It's $50. There's only one way to get it. Go to our website, cappersdirect.com. Click on that guaranteed tab. Scroll down below the green box and get on board. And I'm telling you, we won't be disappointed tomorrow. Monster play coming up tomorrow, guys. So make sure you guys do not miss out. Mr. Lim, what's going on? Fast Freddy, you're just a two-timer. 2-time a day. 3 videos a day coming out. So make sure you guys are subscribed. Make sure you guys are subscribed. So going to be a lot of fun stuff. March Madness is almost here. The madness is here, guys. And everybody has been asking me, when is the March Madness package coming out? When? It's coming soon. It's coming soon. It's coming soon. It's coming soon. And it is coming soon. And it is here. Big announcement coming later today or tomorrow's daily free play video or the live show tomorrow. It will be announced, so you guys don't want to miss that one. Love the question, Aaron. It's my free play Aline. Yeah, my free play's Aline. Not. Henry, what time will it be posted? Well, need the odds to come out, first of all, before we could actually technically post something that you're actually capable of betting. When it's capable to be bet, meaning that when it shows up at the books and the casinos have it listed, I will have it up for you guys. But as of right now, lines are not up. And then it's going to be fun, though. It's definitely going to be fun. Eddie DeCoco, what's the free play? Haven't given one out yet. Gave out a couple leans, but haven't given one out yet. The daily free play video, you can watch that one. There's a free play in that as well. So it's going to be a good time, folks. Going to be a good time. And no, Skip. You don't see anything until we post the official play. Why would I have our web designers go do work twice? When it's ready, it'll be updated, and they'll update it once. Sorry, but here at Cappers Direct, we don't like to do waste time, and to go have them post the time and which game it is, and then have to go back and post just the play and what time it was posted. I would just be wasting their time. So when it's ready, you guys will be notified. So if you sign up for it, you'll be notified. And they'll definitely email everybody, or I will send out an all-hands email as soon as it's posted. All right, so back to the back to the live game day breakdowns. We're going to do Georgia, South Carolina at request for Kathy Savage. We're going to get this one done, and we're going to do some more. So again, if you haven't already done so, if you're new to our YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button starting tomorrow. 2-time-a-day live show is going to be a lot of fun and a lot of information brought to you guys absolutely free. So do us a huge favor, hit that subscribe button, and then do us a favor, give that big thumbs up in the video. Let us know you appreciate all the hard work, because we certainly do, and help get our videos trending on YouTube. All right, so taking a look at the Georgia-South Carolina game, guys. It's game 783-784. South Carolina opening up as a 5.5-point favorite. It is slowly moving. It's creeping up to 6, guys. The MGM's got it at 6. Caesars at 6. Everywhere else here in town, 5.5. Bovada, BetDSI, 5 Dimes Offshore, all 5.5. Total open up at 150. It's still hovering around 150. The MGM has it at an odd low 149. BetDSI 149.5. Everywhere else still at 150. Taking a look at the Bulldogs, guys, 14-13 on the year, 4-10 in conference play. However, they've won 2 straight. Oh my Lord, they haven't won 2 straight since December 3rd and January 4th. That was the last time. It was actually a 4-game win streak for them the last time that happened. But after losing 8 out of their last 9 games, they rattled off 2 straight wins, a big 10-point victory over Auburn at home, as well as a road win by 2 points over Vandy. Here they are. They travel on the road against South Carolina, guys, and a team that they just lost to. They just lost by 16 to them on their own home court February 12th. Here they are traveling on the road, and you got to take a look at how does Georgia play on the road. Well, it's very easy. Not very well. They've got a semi-road win by 3 points against Chaminade, a gimme game. They should have blown them out by 40 or 50. Other than that, they've got a road win against Memphis. They actually have a quality road win against Memphis, and then a road win against Vandy. Other than that, they've absolutely been pummeled on the road, and it hasn't been good for them. All right, taking a look at South Carolina, guys, the Gamecocks, Frank Martin and his program, they're 8-6. They're riding a 2-game losing streak against Mississippi State and LSU, both close games, losing by 3 to Mississippi State, 6 and an 86-80 loss to LSU at home, guys. They're 8-6 in conference play, as I was saying. Before that, they had 3 straight victories. They rattled off 3 wins, Texas A&M, Georgia, and Tennessee. The Tennessee game was a very close game, if you guys remember that one, 63-61. In their home court advantage, Colonial Life Arena. First of all, the arena holds 18,000. It's the 12th largest in all of Division I. Home court advantage 4.0 makes it the 23rd toughest place to play in all of Division I. So you're going to give a 2.5-point advantage no matter what. Which way you're looking, just for the fact that the Gamecocks get to play at home. And with that line being opening up at 2.5, if this was a neutral site game, South Carolina would probably only be a 3-point favorite if this was a neutral site game. Take a look at both programs. First of all, some areas where Georgia lacks on offense, they make up in other areas. Georgia's offense is a very efficient offensive program, believe it or not. They come in with the 78th best offense based on adjusted efficiencies in all of Division I. South Carolina's numbers are a lot worse, especially when it comes to shooting. Why? As you guys know, I'm not a big fan of I like the fast pace up and down the court teams like South Carolina. They're the 12th fastest average per possession. Georgia, the 48th at 16.3 seconds on average per possession. South Carolina comes in almost a full second faster than that before getting a shot off at 15.4 seconds, over 2.1 seconds faster than the Division I average. However, there's teams that can make quality shots playing fast, and then there's teams that can't. South Carolina is one of the teams that absolutely struggles getting quality shots off. Because of their pace of play. However, they're a quality offensive rebounding team. Both teams are, believe it or not, in the 32 percentile. But what that does is that gives South Carolina second opportunities, third opportunities to get a better look. They're the bigger team by over 1.5 inches on average per player on the team for South Carolina over the players from Georgia. Should give them plenty of opportunities for offensive rebounds. They already rebound offensively. 32.2% of all their rebounds are offensive rebounds, okay? But where they lack in shooting, they should be able to make up in offensive rebounds. And one thing that I don't like about South Carolina is their free throw shooting is absolutely horrible. Under 62%. They hit 48.6% from the field. 31.6% of all their three-point attempts. They convert just 49% of all those two-point plays, every jump shot, layup, and dunk. And as we were saying, an absolute dumpster fire from the charity stripe. Georgia, guys, they hit just under 51% from the field. They convert 30% of all their three-point attempts. However, where they excel, all those two-point plays. Quality opportunities. Number 2 in their conference, guys, in the SEC. However, in all of Division I, they've got the 21st best stat in this category. 54.2% of all their two-point plays, every jump shot, layup, and dunk, are converted with 2 points up on the board. Free throw shooting, a 70% free throw shooting team. However, they're just under 73% in conference play, where Georgia picked it up. Their record does not support how they shoot. All right, their record does not support how they shoot. That's a fact. Taking a look, guys, a little more in depth, 2-foul participation. This is where South Carolina gets a huge advantage. 8.1% compared to the 38.6% of Georgia. The height advantage favors South Carolina. Both go to the bench for almost 35% of their total points. Both rely on the three ball for not that much, just under 25% for South Carolina, as well as 28% for Georgia. Both rely on free throws for just under 19%, identical number there. As far as this one goes, guys, I see this one as a toss-up. I know a lot of people riding South Carolina, thinking South Carolina should be able to get the victory here. They've lost 2 straight, Mississippi State, LSU, both close games. They have lost at home. Stetson beat them at home. Florida beat them at home. LSU beat them at home. As well as Boston U also beat them at home. Okay, so they have the capability to lose games at home. Georgia, on the other hand, their road record is not the best. All right, we already went over this. They've got a semi-away win as well as 2 road wins. However, they've won 2 straight. They're riding a nice 2-game win streak, and nothing better than beating Auburn for them to jumpstart it at home. Went on the road. They beat Vandy by 2 points in a very close game last Saturday. They're definitely motivated. They have an opportunity to finish the season strong. They can't have a winning conference play record. However, they can end the season strong. They've got big games against South Carolina tonight, Arkansas, Florida, and LSU, so it's not going to be easy for them. But in this scenario, guys, I do like the Bulldogs. I don't think their record supports how they shoot. I think they shoot better than their record actually is. And obviously, shooting is not the only thing that goes into determining if a play will be a winner or not. Obviously, there's a lot more things than the offense. But when you take into consideration, you take a look at the defensive side of things. South Carolina, based on adjusted efficiency, strength of schedule, opponent strength of schedule, all of that stuff. South Carolina comes in with the much better defense. They've got the number 1 defense in the SEC as far as adjusted efficiencies go, holding teams to 27.6% shooting from out deep, 47% of all their 2-point plays. However, I think Georgia's riding a high note here. I do lean towards Georgia plus the 5.5, 6 points, depending on where you're getting it. Caesars is now 6, as we've been live. MGM is now 6. And I expect the others to follow suit. So if I was going to do anything on this one, which I'm not, I don't have a play on this. Full disclaimer, guys, this is not one of the games that I have a play on, but I would take Georgia plus the 6 if you guys made me bet one. If you guys made me take a side on this one, I would take Georgia plus the 6. As far as the total goes on this one, it's too close to call. I've got it at 148.5, 149. Give or take a point or two. The total's at 149 at the MGM, 150 everywhere else. So for me on this one, I'm off of this one as far as the total goes. Off on this one as far as the total goes. Remember, If you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button. I'm going to keep preaching that every day. Hit that subscribe button. If you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button. That way you get notified when we go live. Starting tomorrow, we'll be live 2 times a day, noon Eastern and 5 p.m. Eastern. We will be live 2 times a day with Cappers Nation Live. My big personal play game of the week goes down tomorrow. Or not game of the week, game of the year, excuse me. Haven't had one. And believe it or not, I did not put one out last year. So it's actually been 2 years. I did not put out a personal play game of the year last year. I don't put one out every year. If there's one that I absolutely don't think is of that criteria, I won't have one. And so I don't want to waste anybody's time or money on some bunk play, that's for sure. So when we put one out, rest assured, sucker's going to be a flat-out winner. Sucker's going to be a flat-out winner. So what we're going to do now, we're going to be breaking down another game for you guys. We are going to be breaking down the Maryland game is coming up next for us. Maryland at Minnesota, 9 p.m. Eastern, televised on the Big Ten Network, guys, out of the Williams Arena. Taking a look at Maryland, 22-5 on the year, 12-4 in conference play. Coming off that loss against Ohio State on Sunday, guys, losing 79-72. Then you got Minnesota, the Golden Gophers, 13-13 even, Steven. There's 7-9 in conference play. 2 games under 500 there in the Big Ten Conference. Taking a look at the opening number as the line is now. If I can pop up the odds on this one. Give me 1 second, folks. I guess it would help if I'm looking at the right time. There we go. Game 8:35, 8:36. Minnesota opening up as a 1-point favorite. They're still laying one. For the most part. Maryland still catching one in multiple books. The Westgate, Caesars, MGM. They're actually plus 1.5 at the stations as of right now. Total opened up on this game at 134. It's hovering around 134 to 134.5, depending on where you're looking. Kathy, I do agree. Says 93 watching, only 37 thumbs ups. I do agree. Definitely, folks, if you haven't already done so, hit that thumbs up button. Help get our video trending on YouTube. And if you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button right now. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. That way, you get notified each and every single time we go live or we drop a video. You will be notified. So hit that subscribe button, folks, and let's have some fun. All right, let's have some fun. And let's get it going. Taking a look, guys, at Maryland, the Terrapins, guys, Mark Turgeon and his Big Ten program. Like I said, 12-4. They're coming off that loss against Ohio State. They've got 4 games to end the season strong. They get Minnesota, Michigan State, Rutgers, and Michigan to end the year. Big time. For Minnesota, guys, they get Maryland today. They get Wisconsin on Sunday, Indiana next week, and Nebraska to end their regular season. Okay? Reading through the comments. Love that you guys participate in the comments. Keep flooding the comment section, guys. Keep the comments and the chats rolling. Absolutely love it. When you're taking a look at both of these teams side by side, first of all, both have offensive numbers where you can plead a case for both. Okay, both are quality when it comes to defense based on adjusted efficiencies and strength of schedule, opponent strength of schedule. However, there's no denying Maryland has the better offense of the two, as well as the better defense, highlighted by the 8th best defense in all of Division I. Take a look at Maryland, guys. They convert just 48.7% from the field. They convert 31.9% from out deep. 49% of all their 2-point plays. and they are a 75% free throw shooting team. However, in conference play, in the Big Ten Conference, they are number 1 from the charity stripe at 78%. Minnesota, 48.4% from the field, 32% from out deep. They convert just 38.6% of all their two-point plays. They are a 70% free throw shooting team. 2 foul participation, huge advantage for Maryland. Maryland participates just under 14%. Minnesota, 52.3% of the time. Okay, monster advantage towards the end of the first half for Maryland in this category. Height advantage, no real height advantage either for either team. Both go to the bench for only 20% roughly of their total minutes played by bench personnel. Minnesota relying on that 3-ball for 34% of their total points. All right, they convert 32%. Maryland's defense, quality when it comes to defending the 3. They are number 2 in their conference at defending the 3-ball, holding teams to under 30.5% shooting. The defense is going to be a big thing here for Maryland to try and keep Minnesota from keeping pace with them. One aspect that we saw, if you guys watched that game against Ohio State, I watched the entire game against Maryland. They were ice cold from out deep. You can't make a 3. You probably can't keep up. Hopefully, they get stuff corrected, especially going towards the end of the season here and getting ready to get into the conference tournament in a couple weeks as well. Point distributions are online. Other than that, offensive rebounds, both teams very similar numbers. Maryland converting 31.4%, 31.1%. So on paper, numbers are very identical for both programs. Some have, a bigger number in each category. Turnover percentage, 17.3 for Maryland, 17.1 for Minnesota. As far as on the defensive side of things, at creating turnovers, 17.6 when Maryland's on the defensive side of things, 16.5 for Minnesota. So people ask, why is this line where it's at? This line seems fishy. This is that. I don't think the line's fishy at all. Do I think it's off? Yes, I do. I think it's off, and I think it's off towards one side. However, when you're taking a look at both teams on paper, it supports where the line is. It supports 100% where the line is. And however, money when it comes to betting this one doesn't support where the line is. And as you guys all know, I could care less where the public is betting. I could care less where the self-imposed title sharps are betting. The only thing that I will use that information to my advantage is when I will be betting a game. If I think a line's going to be moving in the opposite direction of the game that I want to bet, I will bet it sooner rather than later. I'll use that information to my advantage. But if I think the public or a sharp is going to push the line a certain way of the way that I actually want it to go, I will hold off and I'll wait until the very last minute and hammer a game at the last minute, knowing that I used other people to push the line in my favor and possibly give us an even easier win, and sometimes that extra half a point needed for the hook. So, but as far as this one goes, I do have an official free play on it for you guys. So we're going to get that one up on the screen. In just a quick second. If you're on my personal plays, you already know what it is, but free play today, guys, free personal play, Maryland plus the 1. I have it on the screen. We'll get it in the comment section as well. Maryland plus the 1. I agree with Shane. I've got Maryland as a 3-point favorite, and I have them winning the game outright. However, anytime I can get it at plus 1, if they lose by 1, guys, somehow it's a close game, something happens at the end, they lose by 1, I'll take a push rather than a loss. But again, I do believe we don't need the point, and it should be a nice, easy victory. So that's one of my personal plays today. If you want the other 2 personal plays, there's a chance that there might be a 4th one later today. If you want to get on board my personal plays, feel free to jump on board them, guys. 3 days, $99, no upgrades, none of those sales gimmicks. None of that stuff that you find elsewhere. None of the, oh, what you bought is crap. You should go buy Joe Blow's plays or, this guy's plays or that guy's plays because he's really hot now. None of that stuff going on over here, guys. Get on board. We take care of everybody until they turn a profit. As long as you're betting consistently, it's very easy to do the math to find out who's profitable and who's not. And we will definitely take care of all of our clients just like we always do. And yes, and we did. Kentucky laying the 6 was a premium play yesterday. That was a nice win. This one will be a nice win tonight as well. And big bounce back for my personal play. So if you're not on them, get on them. All right? If you're not on them, get on them. As well as my game of the week tomorrow. Game of the week tomorrow. And it's going to game of the week. I keep saying game of the week because I'm not used to having a game of the year. It's been 2 years. It's been 2 years. So my big game of the year tomorrow. Jeff says, Jim from the Trailer Parks plays are... Is that a dumpster fire or on fire? One of the two. So make sure you guys get on board and look for March Madness stuff coming tomorrow. March Madness announcements later tonight. I'm actually going to be sending out an email asking who's going to be in Vegas during the tournament and what days. That email is actually being sent as soon as we get off live. So enjoy that free play, folks. Let's make a boatload of money. If you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button right now. Take 1 second out of your day. Subscribe to the YouTube channel right down below. That way you get notified every single time we drop content. You'll be notified. As well as do us a huge favor. Give us a big thumbs up in the video. Let us know you appreciate all the hard work that we do. And starting tomorrow, Shane, no, Mary Mac is not my game of the week. No, I promise you that much. It's not my game of the week. Or game of the year. As far as game of the week goes, I don't know if I'm going to have one because I'm having such a big play on game of the year. We'll see. We'll see how the week pans out. Mike Smith, I appreciate that. Mike says, I, for one, can vouch for the fact that Kyle and Capistrek has your customers' best interest in mind. During temporary losing streaks, the plays keep coming, and the sole goal is to make us money. 100% fact. We could be like other services and cut people off and expect them to pay again, but we always wait. Raymond, tomorrow, buddy. Game of the year is tomorrow. But the package is on the website. The play will be posted on the website a little bit later today. Once the odds get posted for tomorrow, I'll be able to make a determination if I think it's going to go higher in the opposite direction or if the line may drop overnight. And I'll put it out at the most opportune time for us to bet it. I'll email everybody letting them know that it's up there to bet as well. So I do apologize for the late start today, everybody. I do apologize for the late start, but we'll be back live tomorrow, noon Eastern, starting with our 2-time-a-day live shows. So I'm kind of curious. And says, Kyle, the Truth Capper, your new nickname. I like it. Mike says, just weather the storm and manage to bankroll, buy the big games and hammer it at the other times. Stay within your means. Excellent advice, Mike. Excellent advice. And I'm actually curious to see which live show will actually have the more viewers, but we've been hitting over 100 in this one so far in the last couple days, so I definitely look forward to it. And yeah, Raymond, a game of the year is tomorrow, buddy. All right, guys, enjoy that play. Let's make some money. Jerry, if you just miss it, just hit the rewind button. Nice big personal play that we're going to hammer today. So let's make some money today, folks, and get my personal plays back on track with a monster bounce back day coming for everybody. And it's going to be fun. So, with that being said, good luck. Always bet within your means. Don't do anything stupid. We'll see you guys all live for the first live show for tomorrow at noon Eastern, 9